as we are ready to serve you.
Now continue for prayer. Baba God will answer our prayer. The most important duties of
A good evening and welcome to Royal Television. You're watching Sport Box, and yes, it's a Friday and it's that moment where we have to talk sports. It's that moment where we have to go to the basketball, handball court, table tennis, and why not long tennis. If you're just joining us, I am Sonita Ngunyi for presentation, and the program comes up every Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, and equally and Saturdays, and it's been hosted by Ngunyi Sonita and the likes of Claudia Voma in terms of sports on Royal Television. And yes, we have the likes of Andrea Onana, who wants to play the pre-season tournament in the corridors of Manchester United, and as of now he has pleaded with the management, especially with the fact that he was on loan to Chevy Sport in terms of that team, and he's requesting to play the preseason with Manchester United. And equally, nations participating in the 2026 FIFA World Cup have been given right up to May 13 to file in the preliminary squad list, which should be made up of about 35 right up to 55 players ahead of the 3 months hosting Mexico, Canada, and the likes of America. Remember, May 13 is the day in which nations are required to must have this out their preliminary player list in terms of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Mind you, 70 days less than to this particular competition. We'll take on this break. When we come back, we are going to be talking with the communication officer, media officer of Best Stars Academy to look at how they have been performing so far in the Easter Cup that has been ongoing in Douala. Mind you, it was a lack of talented from the Southwest region alongside Best Stars and other academics, but it is Best Stars that is into the semi-finals of the competition. When we take this break, we will be talking with Ngome Michael, who is right at the Bepanda Stadium for the Easter Cup competition. Welcome back. If you are just joining us, you're on to Sport Box on Royal Television with me, Sonita Ngunyi. And yes, like I told you earlier, we are going to be talking with a media officer of Best Stars Academy, and it's been a hot afternoon over there for the academicians of Limbe. And right away, we are talking with Ngome Michael. Ngome Michael, good afternoon and welcome to the program.
Good afternoon to you, Ngunyi, Sonita, and all televiewers of Royal Television out there in Douala.
So how's the atmosphere in Douala?
Well, it's a joyous one. I mean, it's been an electric week for that matter. Academies from all around the region are down here in Douala to compete at the prestigious and expanded Easter Cup Patricia Bertolo tournament, and we are down to the final two. Bestars Academy will be playing the Power of Betwan tomorrow at the Befana Reunification Stadium.
So far, talk to us about the performance of Bestars Academy in the competition.
For the team that we all know were a little bit shaky in the regional league, something seems to have changed amid these boys because so far they played 4 matches unbeaten, the draw 2 and won 2. And just to underscore that there was a remarkable comeback yesterday against Apejes on 4. They were 2 goals down, and in literally 30 minutes there was a marvelous turnaround to come up a 3-2 against Apejes on 4 in the quarterfinal. And today again, some sort of going down by a goal against Akadi Sports Academy, they somehow managed to pick up another draw, the second draw of the competition, and progressing on penalties by 3 Sporting 1 against 2 guys. So it's I think that some sort of retaken shape in this tournament, and I believe maybe it's why they value the tournament so much. Of course, it comes with extra exposure, a competition that has lasted 11th edition. This is the 11th edition, and they have been playing it consistently. It comes with extra exposure. It has been baptized the Youth Champions League of Cameroon, so it brings a lot of change around those who are selected to be playing in this tournament, and that's why they are playing almost everything they got in them to turn around and put in a performance. The population in Douala is loving the team, they are loving the players, and of course, whenever you hear remarkable stuff, you have to understand that Mafani Luma is being involved extremely. He created almost all the chances in yesterday's game. He has a goal to his name and assist to his name so far, and the work rate has been excellent for the young attacking winger.
Now, before we get to talk about Mafani Luma and today's game, yesterday's game against Apejes on Fufu was one to talk about, especially with the comeback. But talk to us, what was that special word or ingredient that was put in by Coach Saturan and his technical staff to be able to come back into that particular game?
A lot has been done, but it's just about how much the kids value the tournament, how much they see it as maybe a potential turnaround in how we started the Southwest Regional League. And now we understand that Coach Jufan Saturan has this soft heart for young players. He has a soft spot for young players. It's basically a blend of players from the under 17 category and the under 18, which we have been seeing in the regional league. So these players have come together, and he's made them to understand that it is some of them, like 50% of the team, or let's say 80% of the team, might not be here next year to play in this same competition. So it starts from that point of view where he made them to understand that they have to leave the mark. And by leaving the mark, we have to understand that it is them going a better mile than they were in the last 2 editions. The last 2 editions were not so much impressive of Bestars Academy, and the last time they went in the final was in 2023. So you get to understand how much it means to the team who are about to reach a remarkable mark on the competition. And it is also a team that they won the December tournament. Yeah. So all this combined and how the coaches have put in place their setup, it gives them an upper edge, and that team believe and team spirit among them that you need to see at every competition existing in this court.
And today's game was another victory for the academicians of Limbe, and alongside you as a team press officer of the academy.
It's a game which we all enjoy. You would have been playing since Tuesday, and particularly gradually setting in. They were not at their all-time best at 50%. If you have stressed yourself against Apejes on foot, there has been some conserving of energy. So it was not all electric, but somehow they keep managing the game properly, and they got themselves back into the game from the goal down. And the sport it was a little bit nervy because both sides were not so clean now. But fortunately for Western Academy, goalkeeper Emmanuel Manga had to hold on to a penalty. Of course, carrying the day by 3 shots to 2. And if you get to by the result, you understand that it was really near-breaking sporting session for both academies. Gaisa is also an academy, I mean, one of the top-notch academies in Cameroon. They are formidable. They've had an exceptional tournament, but it seems that is not really in the regional league anymore based on suspension they received so many years back. I think they have really had a transformation, and it was a complex game too because these two teams have been playing themselves multiple times on different occasions. So that familiarity concept as well has to come in play. But somehow the best academy managed to get it all through to the final, and it's a remarkable achievement for the kids. Like I mentioned, it's just since 2023 that they made it to the tournament, and hopefully, why not bring the tournament back to the Southwest region?
And definitely our doors are going to be open to why not welcome best stars with that particular trophy. And now let's talk about individuality. I mean, you talked about the likes of Emmanuel Manga, who was on the goalpost, and we know him in terms of his strength to be able to catch penalties, and equally he proved that today for Best Stars Academy, and equally the likes of Mafani Luma, who have been able to why not deliver to make sure that the team is where they are currently.
Definitely, Noma is a senior squad member. He's a senior squad member, and he's my example. And he's been really good. He's been exceptional and impeccable. We know he's a big legend. That is a point forward to think in French. And he has this ability to take on one-on-one members, one-on-one opponents, on one-on-one occasions. He has this fluidity that comes around him, drafting the defender right ball to the last moment. And it's a good performance for him. It's a show for him. I think the manager did mention to him yesterday after yesterday's performance that he's expertise in the brilliance that we saw at the Unified tournament, I think a year ago, is a reflection of what he did yesterday. And going forward, we hope that he gets recognition for better housing. However, he's been really good. Another problem has been from the likes of administration players are equally doing they are currently present in the competition. We have Nyanga Junior, he scored today again. He is basically has 5 goals in 4 games. That's brilliant for the center forward. This is someone who, if we have been following the under 17 CDF tournament, he's equally been really much engaged, and his goals are coming, and hopefully in the Southwest regional it comes to. Still among the under 17 players, we have, I think, Emo Venamu scored a remarkable header in London, electric game against Tofi. We ran the man down, and he had the team win the first game of the competition. He even provided an assist for yesterday's first goal for the team. So it gives you another perspective as to how important it is for this guy. Players, their individual qualities, we have been similar. The solid defender, Alfred Bashiru, as well. They are really playing as a unit. That is what is really working out for them. The unit is there, then the individual brilliance, and equally the couple with the young players who are being introduced into the tournament. And so far, they have zero complexes in respect to their various opponents that we have faced so far.
Now getting into the next round of the competition, what should we expect from Best Stars?
Well, we want to make proclamation so far. They always know what they are up to. They know where they are heading to. Like I told you, it's first round of 2023, and this is an expanded competition. We will meet along with them. Hopefully, they can be done. So far, no proclamations will be made because the Europa is coming all the way from this one, and into the life of the way academy BC in Florida. It means these two are going to be a force to reckon with, and so and only the result they will speak afterwards.
Now, that's away from the Easter Cup. Remember that you are going to be playing your last game in terms of the Southwest Regional League first round, and that game is going to be against it's Camp Joe, if I'm not making a mistake. So, for what's the preparation and what's the mindset?
Yeah, it all depends on how the boys leave here on Saturday.
Okay.
It all depends on how they leave here on Saturday. But they believe in themselves. The win against Kamdu will mean a lot to them. It will mean a lot to their status in the group. A group that is really tough. The numbers are they play. And they will approach the game with the same mentality and see how it goes from there. But it's a really challenging week to which a lot of things will come into play. Hopefully they stay positive and see how they play heading on forward.
And definitely you being a media officer of Breast Stars Academy, what has been the feeling so far seeing your team, perform in an extraordinary manner, having comebacks and at the dying minute getting a win through penalties? What has been the feeling so far?
All I think is that everyone close to me knows how much I love the game, and the adrenaline force of playing hard. Sometimes you get carried away by the team from the job. It's a thing I really feel. But I'm having a nice time. The performance is good. I'm having a nice tournament.
And we saw images of you running after you guys came back against Apple of your full. An unexplainable emotion was running through you at that point.
Definitely, that's emotion, and you're emotional, and you do have the picture of your first emotional moment. Yeah. So it's exciting, but if you let the excitement carry you out, you will do the job. So, like I said, it's confusing, and I'm just happy like someone in all level football. I'm happy because I'm not just watching just the Stars Academy, but there are other teams that are playing and they have been really impressive. Kids are scoring, efficient goals. The final shootout has been excellent. I saw the matching measures of it from corner in the competition. The guy from Color, the guy from Gadon yesterday. The videos are really intriguing and interesting.
Now, a quick one before we go. I know that going to such a competition, you know, or you have already put at the back of your mind the kind of clubs you are going to be facing them. And it's not your first time in the Easter Cup competition. You are one of the regulars if we have to talk about those who are always participating in the championship. But what was the message and what were you guys planning to, why not, any impact in terms of this year's edition?
Well, the impact has been big. I think the impact has been big, and moving on forward, maybe I even bring that impact. But I think if you look at where the last two editions, 2024 and 2025, the difference is clear.
So you can boldly say that Breast Stars Academy will be talked about after the tournament is over.
Well, we're looking forward to that.
Okay, thank you very much, Ngome Make. Your last words.
Well, I wish the team good luck, and I would love to see them do it and see how it goes from there. But it's a game of even half, like I said, and we should just believe in what they are doing and see how it goes from there. But I wish them luck.
Before, I'm very sure that you must have spoken about the game on Sunday with your boys, or let's say the coach must have been telling you guys, despite the fact that we are here, we have one game on Sunday. So far, can you tell us what the atmosphere in the dressing room or in the technical bench has been like?
No plan on the game on Sunday is made, but I think they will be other reinforcements to the team. Not everybody came in like I mentioned, so there are other players that will come in and maybe pressure is definitely needed in that game because it's been a challenge for the group that is here. But we'll see how it goes for when the deliberations are made concerning the game on Sunday. Now the attention is more on the game in Saturday, and then after Saturday, I think a more clearer plan for the game against Town Sport Academy will be out. But for now, we can't be able to give time. Just about we may will be Saturday to plan for our money.
And now we have a quick reaction from someone online who says good evening to you and says that apart from the Best Stars Academy, which other club in the competition is so far performing well? They are requesting that apart from Best Stars Academy from the Southwest region, which other club is actually doing well?
I think the one you have to do, we equally have the likes of Dumping. Dumping came second in Group D, and they are both fast to progress. I think Group D is the only group that has two semi-finals. You get to understand?
Yeah.
We equally have the likes of Gazelle. Gazelle was only put out by penalty spot against Dumping. Gazelle is a remarkable team. Even everyone else of the men play a great tournament for a team that I think were in 2024 and the president in 2025 back in 2026. They are having a solid tournament so far. The only upset that we see is the defending champions, their brother with football school. They couldn't really pass the group stages. We only had finalists and last editions of the National Football Academy and they equally too did not make it through the group stages. So it's been the shift from the regular and the introduction of other teams that are having a great team. Equally, Colon too, Colon are showing why maybe they should come in front. Academy football and one they had some very great competition, making out to the quarterfinal against Catching Force Academy yesterday. So they seem the organization about the importance of the tournament. It seems everyone came in with a fair hand in their back to leave at least 11th edition of the Easter Cup Patricia Leto. The teams were really, really good. Those that are mentioned.
You can say that again. And we had PWG. What so far was the performance of PWG? They are under 18.
No, PWG, they are not so familiar with it. I remember too in 2023 they were here. They went out in the group stages and this time also they were out in the group stages. But their last game left something impressive because they were down to 2-0 and Tanico Hero, the marksman we know in the lead one, brought them 2 goals back into it. It released a good impression for them too. But we all know what life in stake for them at the weekend. They couldn't play their classification game today. But PWC, considering the fact that they only participated in their first edition in 2023 and they were back in 2026, 3 editions after, they only, I say, had an average performance, which is commendable and hopefully, like any other team that have their teams here, Colombia, every Royal, the men and lead and PWC was equally here. We had a good display for their young Cuban Christian who was really a personal member to watch and a remarkable player to watch in the sport. So it's a fair performance for them. Hopefully they become consistent in the tournament and get used to it.
Thank you very much, Ngome Mike. It was a pleasure having you right from the economic capital of Cameroon, Douala.
Thank you very much.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, as you have heard, we were talking to Ngome Mike, the media officer of Best Stars Academy, who are currently into the semis of the Easter Cup competition that comes up every year, this particular Easter break in Douala. And it's Best Stars Academy that is flying the Southwest region flag in that particular competition, where they have been exceedingly performing well, where they were able to pick up a ticket into the semis. I will say congratulations equally to Coach Saturn and his boys for the good job that they are doing so far. And away from the Easter Cup competition, but before we get to close the Easter Cup, let's show you a little bit of ambience, the video where Best Stars Academy players are praising and singing before going into the pitch. Let's take and watch, and why not savo. Sir, Jehovah Jireh, the God of provider, you keep on doing great things. That is the motto of Besters Academy. And from that song and the result, it tells you everything that has been happening in Douala. And away from Douala, away from the Easter Cup, and away from Gomen Michael and his boys, the likes of Coach Saturen, Jofak Saturen, let us now go on to talk about sports updates. Let's look at some various sporting activities that took place within the week. And now let's go to Limbe, where we had the tournament or Project One Shoes that was hosted in Limbe with several teams from different regions. They had to come together with the motive of promoting youth football right up from the under 12, under 14 and under 16 categories. And that particular project was it's organized by the likes of Adamu Musa, who is the vice president of this particular project. I take you to Limbe to go look at what transpired at the Centenary Stadium. Younger categories, and a foot of Limbe stamped the authority, clinching both the under 12 and the under 14 titles after dramatic penalty shootout, showcasing discipline and resilience. However, the highlight of the tournament came in the under 16 category, where Elite Football Club of Bamenda delivered a commanding performance to defeat Anafoot of Limbe. The high-intensity encounter saw Elite Football Academy take control early, breaking the deadlock and maintaining pressure throughout the game. Despite Anafoot's effort to respond, struggled to penetrate a well-organized defense and failed to find the back of the net.
I'm so much joy. What cannot express. We came for the tournament, started our first game here at the Centenary. We lost. We had to go back to the drawing board, but we are thankful that at the end of the day, we are champions of the under 16 category. Thanks to the organizers of the Project One Shoe tournament. It's a very great initiative for young talents because the exposure is there. There's a good quality of football, and being a participant for the first time, it's an avenue which definitely will carry back the news to the Northwest.
At the end of the day, we had 3 finals and we won 2, so I'm not disappointed. During the first session of the game, our players don't believe in themselves. In the second half of the game, that's when they could do more better and the press until the Bamada team decided to go backward.
Reacting to the tournament, the vice president of Project One Shoes praised the level of competition, noting that the event continues to grow stronger with each edition.
The football keeps improving, and that's what we want to see. Year after year, we'll be seeing better quality as teams learn along the way. We have learned too, so next year we're definitely going to be better. So next year we will see better quality of players throughout the tournament. We're feeling that what we're doing is right. So we'll continue to move up from here, and you never know what we'll have, what we'll get 2-3 years from now.
On his part, the organizer expressed confidence in the future of the tournament, revealing that plans are underway to expand the competition in subsequent editions.
24 teams to 36 teams. So it makes a very, very big difference, and it's so challenging moving from 24 to 36. And even though our host academy, that's Emma Soccer Academy, didn't qualify for the final or didn't win any trophy, but I think fair play is something that it has to be respected in this tournament, and we think we've respected the fair play. You can see for yourself the teams that won the competition. They are teams coming from different parts of the country, especially the team coming from Bamenda to win in the under 16 category. I think it's a very, very good achievement, and I believe future sponsors also will be willing to see how Cameroon is diversified, how kids can be able to express themselves coming from different parts of the countries and from the hinterlands also, to prove that football can not only be played in the cities but also from far and wide.
With rising talent on display and growing organizational ambition, the tournament is fast establishing itself as a key platform for youth football development, promising even greater impact in the years ahead. And away from Project One Shoes and Limber, let's talk about the under-17 Lionesses. Focus on the under-17 Women World Cup qualifier that started last week with the under-17 Lionesses 5-1 victory over there in the Algeria. Let's look at the return leg fixtures, where we have Benin that clash today against Burkina Faso, Senegal, Tunisia, Cote d'Ivoire, Sierra Leone, and tomorrow 18th of April it's going to be Kenya to clash against Namibia at exactly noon, where Uganda will face Zimbabwe, Burundi against Malawi, Ghana against Togo, and Cameroon will welcome Algeria at the Mfandena Stadium. Guinea against Niger, while Ethiopia against South Sudan. Tanzania welcomes Botswana, and Zambia will clash against Rwanda. These are the fixtures for the second leg of the under-17 Women's World Cup qualifier, counting for the first round of the qualifiers. And equally a big shout out to Coach Enoch George, who is currently watching us, a very big coach here in the Southwest region, who has coached a lot of teams, and many people equally will talk about him in the days of the Continental. Thank you very much for showering your blessings on the program for today. We salute you. And equally away from the under-17 Women World Cup qualifiers, let's talk about the result of match day 6 of the Northwest Regional League. Mind you, games were played between Wednesday and Thursday, and today the results are as follows. And equally we have the likes of Graphi SA, who clashed against Okada Union, where it's Okada Union that picked up a 1-0 victory. Option Sports Academy trashed Red Bull 3-0, and Bafoot United was defeated by Rongland FC 2-0. Momo United equally trashed Elite Sports 6-1, and Rising Stars picked up a 3-1 victory over Ngofag of Womb, and it was a split point for Dream Team and All Stars. Donga United was defeated by My Soccer 2-1. Kulu Mountain was trashed by Samisa 4-0. Mankong United equally defeated Simaf 3-0, and York Sports Academy was slapped by Achiku FA 3-0, and the likes of Kumbu Strikers defeat Vision Sport 4-0. Grace of Hope was picked up a 2-0 defeat over Itambang, and the last position or last result of the match day 6 saw in Quen FC trash Grassfield United 3-0, and that is it in terms of match day 6 of the Northwest Regional League for the 2025-2026 football season. Let's now come here to the Southwest region to talk about the game that played yesterday at the UB Field, where we had two games. Al Jazeera against Dream Soccer, where it was Al Jazeera that slapped Dream Soccer 3-0, and the likes of Talented that picked up a 1-0 victory over Boya United. I take you to the Wembley Stadium to look at what transpired during the games. The first game of the encounter saw Al Jazeera Sports Academy of Moyoka secure a 3-0 victory against Dream Soccer at the UB School Field, winning her second game of the first round. The second encounter witnessed the Mayoka side talented thrashed the Mountain Boys Boya United 1-0 to seal their last game victory of the first round of the competition. To Talented Football Academy, the victory is a booster to concentrate for the start of the second phase.
I'm very happy. I'm very happy. We started poorly, but along the line we have been working so hard to see how we can amend things. And I believe that with 9 points in this first round, I believe it's a very good start. And as we prepare for the second round, I believe we'll make it for the minute. Really, not really, because the fact that we are training on bad pitches and throughout our games we have been playing on the pitches that are good. Playing here, it was quite difficult because we have not mastered the field. I can say it was not a bad one. At least they tried their best.
So what should we expect from Talented for the second phase?
I believe that this second phase, everything will be put in place, and for sure, I know that we are going to play the mini Interpol again this year.
Playing the mini Interpol's last football season, Talented Sports Academy hopes for another challenge to battle with the big guns at the mini Interpol level. It is important to note that these games all counted for the end of the first phase of the Southwest Regional League for the 2025-2026 football season. And yes, still in the Southwest Regional League, mind you, we are looking at the last playing days of the first round of the competition. And equally, let's take a look at some of the games equally that were played at the Moliko May Sports Stadium. And Claudia Voma equally was present and compiled the following for us.
Match day 5 of the Southwest Regional League in Boya produced a mix of tight encounters and high-scoring actions as teams continued their push for dominance. Ates were edged out 1-0 by Sinodef in a closely contested fixture, with a solitary goal proving enough to separate both sides in a game marked by discipline and limited chances. In another fixture, Elexpor played out a draw with Mount Cameroon FC, with both teams failing to find a decisive breakthrough despite creating opportunities. The results leave both sides with work to do as the competition intensifies. The standout performance of the day came from Fako United, who delivered a ruthless attacking display to trash Rising Stars 7-1. The emphatic victory marks it 5 wins in 5 matches for Fako United, underlining their strong form and early statement of intent in the league. As the season progresses, match day 5 results have further shaped the standings, with Fako United emerging as early front runners, while other teams look to regain momentum in the coming fixtures. Match day 5 continues today in Boya and Limbe as the league draws closer to the end of its first phase.
And yes, those games all counted for match day 5 of the Southwest Regional League. And equally, the game to crown the first round of the competition is going to see Kamjo Sports Academy clash against Bestars Academy of Limbe. And that game has been slated for the 19th of April 2026 at the Moliko May Sports Stadium. And away from the Southwest Regional League last playing day of the first round of the competition, yes, the Elite One Championship will resume this weekend with the most anticipated fixture that is going to see PWD of Bamenda clash against Victoria United, one people, one power, at the Bamenda Proximity Stadium. I take you to the Elite One Championship for us to look at the fixtures that are going to be opening the second round of the Elite One Championship, counting for 2025-2026 football season. And we're equally over there in the Bamenzi, we are going to be having, rather in Melon, we are going to have starting out of the Melon to welcome Kano Sportif of Yaoundé, and that game is going to be played at exactly 1:30 p.m. Same stadium, 3:30, Eagle of the Mongo against Gazelle Football Club of Garwa. At the Bamenzi Stadium, Eagle of the Menwa will clash against Unispo of Bafa, leaders of the table. And that game is going to be played at exactly 3 p.m. Meanwhile, in Yaoundé at the Amadou Ahidjo Stadium, 2 p.m., AS Fortuna Afifu will clash against Dynamo of Douala, while 2 p.m., Colombe Sportif of Nja and Lobo will lock horns with the Cotonou of Garwa. And at the Bamenda Proximity Stadium, it is PWG Bamenda against Victoria United, and the time is 3 p.m. Meanwhile, on Monday, Fuvu of Yaoundé will welcome Panther Sportif of Nde at the Omispa Annex 1 Stadium. Meanwhile, on Wednesday, 22nd of April, you are going to be having the likes of Sadewere of the Melon clashing against PWG Bamenda, Ego Royal of the Mongo against Cotton Sport of Garwa. Meanwhile, Colombe will clash against Gazelle, and Victoria United will welcome Dynamo of Douala. Mind you, these games are counted for 14 and 15 playing days of the Elite 1 Championship. And away from the Elite 1 Championship, let's talk about the UEFA Champions League. With Barcelona out, a sister side, Real Madrid have equally been eliminated from the UEFA Champions League by Bayern Munich after the stupid foul that was committed by Kamavinga, who picked up a red card, and that particular red card triggered the likes of Olusi to score goals which made Real Madrid to collapse when they were defeated. And let's look at the press. You're going to be having Paris Saint-Germain against Bayern of Munich, and the likes of Atletico Madrid against the Elephants, Arsenal. And these are the 4 teams that are going to be playing in the UEFA Champions League semi-finals. Who amongst these 4 teams is going to get to the finals? Mind you, Paris Saint-Germain are the title holders of this particular competition. Will they be able to maintain it? We are going to see after their games that are coming up. But we wish them good luck, and equally to all my Real Madrid supporters. We are in this together. And let's take a break. When we come back, we are going to be drawing the curtains of Sport Box for the edition of this particular day. We're taking on a break. When we come back, we are going to be drawing the curtains of the program. And yes, it is at this level that we are going to say bye-bye for Sport Box. But before we go, we want to say thank you very much to Issa for making sure that we are on air, and the likes of David for manipulating the 10,000 bottles, and not forgetting that we had general supervision from Alaji Buba Sali. And for presentation, I am Sonny Tanguni. The first you will see on Fridays and on Mondays as it concerns sports. Don't forget, the weekends are charged with football activities. If you want to entice your eyes, visit the Bamenzi, visit the Bamenda Proximity Stadium, and equally the Amadou Ahidjo Stadium, where the under-17 Lionesses of Cameroon will be playing tomorrow at exactly 5 p.m. at the Olembe Stadium, where they are going to be clashing against Algeria. And mind you, this game is counted for the under-17 Women World Cup qualifiers. And a reminder that for the game putting Victoria United and PWG of Bamenda, the Southwest Francophone president, Ndaza Valerie, has made available 5 buses to carry supporters or people who want to watch the game in Bamenda to go and watch. And if you want any information about this, just write to the Southwest Francophone Bureau, and your request would, why not, be granted. And yes, it's with a reminder of this particular announcement that I get to tell you that you do have a lovely evening, and see you on Monday, another day for us to talk, and why not, breed sport. Bye-bye.